delivered by the investigators or anything, he would consult. In fact, I would say that it was almost a daily consultation we had. Or maybe Alfred, she very often came to consult with us. But she did not attend every meeting of the commission. The commission had a lot of meetings without the legal lead counsel, just because it was not considered necessary.
So would you say that the three units, that is the commissioner's unit, the lead counsel and investigative unit, and the secretariat unit, worked independently from each other?
Of course, but they consulted.
And how was that consultation done? That is what
they either join the meeting, or once in a while they write. For instance, okay, let's take the legal counsel again. There were tons of exhibits. Now, some exhibits had to be, from our own point of view, entered as exhibits. So, and it would have been impossible for us to take all those exhibits the regular way here. What she would get prepare an affidavit, get somebody to swear it, and then, in fact, most of the time she saw the affidavit. It was brought to us because I was the chairman, and not only that, but as I said, I was the only person who was legally qualified amongst the three commissioners. Then she would ask for permission in that affidavit for a particular well, not yet exhibit, for a particular document to be accepted as an exhibit. A lot of cases went that way, and that was one of her functions. I suppose she will get the information from the investigators and other people. Okay. That was how we dealt with it. Some of it was oral, the others in writing. All right.
Thank you. I would refer the committee and yourself, Mr. Janneh, to the first document, the document marked SBS1, which is, for the benefit of the record, SBS1 is a statement accompanying the submission of the witness. The statement details out is entailed in the submission of documents as well as other facts.
SBS1, yeah, I have it.
Fantastic. Firstly, I would refer you to page 4.
Yes, I've seen.
Specifically to paragraph 10.
Paragraph 10, I've seen it. Some copies of valuation reports are available in the submitted document to the select committee, the Secretariat and Security.
If you could speak to the mic.
Yes, sorry. Yes, I've okay, you want me to read
yes,
this?
Please go ahead.
Some copies of valuation report are available in the submitted documents to the select committee. The Secretariat and Security may be of help.
Mr. Janneh, could you clarify what the last sentence, who you are referring to as security?
Well, the people who were under the lead counsel, dealing with security. But I believe I should have put investigators too.
Investigators.
Yeah.
So is it in substitution of the word security or in addition to?
Yes, in substitution.
In substitution.
Because security, they were not
Yes.
involved.
So for the record, Honorable Chair,
yes, that's what I meant.
in paragraph 10, we would change the word security to investigators.
Yeah.
Now, it is clear that the investigation team reported to lead counsel.
Yes.
Could you guide the committee as to who was the head of the investigation team? Or is it the fact that lead counsel, in fact, led both the legal teams and the investigation teams?
She led both. Within the structure of the commission. I'll tell you, this in fact was quite deliberate. We never sat together with the investigators. Okay. Sometimes we call the security people to come to deal with so many matters here and there, the guards and so on and so forth. But with the investigators, it was deliberate not to have anything to do with them personally, face to face, because we were trying to avoid prejudice and so on. We wanted to become highly apparent that we were not at all influenced by security directly coming to us. I tell you, the main thing with security, really, for us, sorry, not security, investigation, was to get information. And they would get it either by investigating general, like CID or something. We have some of the people employed. I think they were people directly from the IT of police and maybe some other. So they had a way of investigating and trying to get the truth from people. Then they would supply it to the lead counsel. And then if it was material, it was for counsel to bring it up. Bring it up, not there and then, through papers and so on, but bring it up in public whilst she was, well, not prosecuting, of course, while she was presenting the case, and there was a lot of cross-examination and so on.
Indeed.
So generally, you saw documents coming from investigators in court. That also happens generally. Sometimes once in a while, but that was very rare. You saw the document directly. Apart from the documents that were put in evidence through affidavit. As I said, at first some people were querying that, oh, no, this is not, I mean outsiders. This is not a court of law, you know. This is this is a commission of inquiry. But there was nothing to restrict us to use our own rules, because we thought that that was the fairest thing. That is why, unlike other similar commissions of inquiry, like, for instance, the Alkali Commission, nothing of the sort happened there. And even the present Lands Commission. I've been watching, but I have not seen any of the witnesses who are really, let's face it, they are really potential accused, not really witnesses. I've not seen any of them cross-examining the witnesses. Now we said, no, this is a very serious thing. Let's get those who want to have counsel and cross-examine, let's give them a chance. And you can see that happen with so many of them. It happened with Samba, Amadou Samba, it happened with Pazi.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was why we used that method.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I will take a break from your first statement, which is marked SBS 1,
Yes.
and proceed to your second statement,
Which
you signed today,
Yes.
which is SBS 1A.
SBS
1A.
1. Yeah, it has signed today. 1A. Is it? Oh, I don't think.
Do you have a copy of it?
Yes, I have a copy, but not marked. I don't think. Has it been marked? No, it has to be marked. Mine also is not marked.
Please mark it.
Huh? This morning. Yeah. SPS, yes, I have it now. SPS 1A.
Indeed.
Yes.
Mr. Janneh, if you could read the 6th and 7th paragraph.
6 and 7, let me emphasize an important distinction in our mandate. As soon as we delivered the report to the President of the Gambia, our responsibilities as per the terms of reference were complete. It was the government that subsequently handled the sales of land. Yes. Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, could you read paragraph 7 as well?
Paragraph 7. However, I must clarify the difference between recommendations and orders in our report. For some properties, not landed properties, but others, we ordered their sale. For the rest, we made recommendations which the government would choose to act on or not act on. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Jammeh. So I would require you to have both your statements in hand with the context of paragraph 7 of your first
Both my
statements.
7 and
both your statements. So the statement marked 1, SBS 1,
yeah.
and the statement marked SBS 1A. I believe the statement marked SBS 1A is the statement that you're holding on your right.
That's the one I'm holding here.
The statement that accompanied the document.
SBS 1, I have to.
Fantastic.
Yes.
If we could go to the third page of SBS 1.
SBS 1, the third page, yes.
The paragraph indicated as C.
C, yes.
It's quite a lengthy paragraph, so I will save you of the burden of reading it verbatim. However, with the context of paragraph C, I believe it's sub paragraph C, 6th C, and paragraph 7 of SBS 1A.
Yes.
Where you have alluded to interim orders.
Yes.
In both paragraphs.
Yeah. Can you permit me to read 7? I think I've just read.
Of course.
The other one. Okay. However, sorry? However, that paragraph 7 in SBS 1A.
Yes, paragraph 7.
SBS 1A. However, I must clarify the difference between recommendations and orders in our report. For some properties, not landed properties, that is excluding landed property, we ordered their sale, okay? For the rest, we made recommendations with the government to choose to act on or not. Yes.
Are you ready for the question?
Yeah, you said that with SBS 1, paragraph C.
Yes.
Okay, whether it is called an injunction or order, the court and therefore the commission, by virtue of section 202 of the Constitution, is empowered to make interim orders, as appears in volume 1 of our report. A legal challenge to this assertion was hopelessly launched. Okay. I need not waste time.
You need not, yes.
I know what follows. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes. What do you want?
The committee would like to be guided on the issue of interim orders, not to go into the specifics of this particular order referred to in your paragraph 7 of SBS 1A, which is your second statement, but to speak to the generality of the power, especially as it pertains to the power given to the Commission of Inquiry.
Yes, what's the specific question you said? You want me to make a comparison?
To comment on the powers of the Commission as it pertains interim orders.
Okay, well, basically, it's all right. As well as
there is, however, a caution
as it pertains to 287 in SBS 1A.
Indeed.
Okay. Well,
however, if there was a caution in the question not to go into the specifics of it, because we would revisit the specifics of the interim orders on a later day.
All right. Now, I believe from your question that in the first place you want a distinction between an order and an interim order. They are not the same. With orders, generally, it is taken that could be made at any time, in order. And as I've explained in paragraph 7, the order, an order must be distinguished from a recommendation. Now, an order is you must do it. A recommendation is the choice is thrown back to you. We recommend, but it is your choice to do what we have recommended or not to do it, and you take another course. That is the perfect distinction between order and recommendation. Now, an order could be made, of course, by any commission. Now, but interim order now, the reason why interim orders are here is the same reason why High Court can make, or any court actually, can make interim orders. Interim orders are made for, particularly for the reason that unless you make the interim order, interim is just for the time being, never mind the Latin, that unless you grant an interim order, some harm can affect the property we are talking about. Now, I made the distinction between landed properties and other properties because it is very rare for the court, even the courts, let alone the commission, for the courts to make an order regarding landed properties or real property. The reason is that with real property, it's there. Nothing will remove it for the time being until you have terrible disaster of some sort. It's there. But with the other kind of property, let's say chattels like tables and cars and so on, it could be harmed either by somebody ruining it through sabotage or somebody disposing of it, or it could be because once it is there, it could get spoiled. For instance, like tomatoes, they get spoiled until you make in fact, that's probably one of the best examples. You have tomatoes, you don't make the interim order, it gets spoiled. That is what is interim order.
So to prevent it from perishing.
Perishing, yes. That's a good word for it. Perishing.
Could you guide the committee? You had mentioned that preservation can be made for certain assets such as tables and cars.
They're chattels.
Could you expound on that a bit?
On chattel?
Yes.
Well, using chattel is the best way of making a distinction between real property and personal property. All other properties are personal and there are legal effects. But I know I didn't come here to give a lecture, but this is very simple to me. Now, real property usually is land. Okay? But leasehold property also is land. But a distinction is made between leasehold property. And therefore it is called chattel, but chattel real. Yeah. Like if I have a lease over a land, I don't have real property, but I have chattel real in the law. That's why our favorite word is landed property, because it takes in both.
It considers both.
Yes.
Fantastic. I would, however, like you to focus, Mr. Janneh, on movable property, such as tables, as you mentioned, and vehicles.
Yeah.
How would, you had mentioned that if there is a risk of damage, or loss,
or theft,
or
any kind of damage, if there is a...
Can you expound on that a bit for the benefit of the committee?
Yes, all right. If you have a, let's take a car. A car can be stolen.
Perfect.
A car can be sabotaged. The elements can ruin a car. So many vital, so many examples, really. Anything that can do harm to a car, for instance. I'm just taking the car as an instance.
Fantastic. And because the committee understands that such terrain, the legal terrain, comes as second nature to you, I would invite you to look at section 202.
202. Yeah, 202, yes.
For the benefit
itself.
Yes, for the benefit of the committee.
Yes.
If we could have a discussion.
Yes, a commission may make a full and impartial investigation into the matter in respect of which the commission is established. That's one. That's A. B. Furnish in writing a report on the result of the inquiry, including a statement of the, that's general, that's it. So I suppose you are concerned with A.
Well, I concern. All I wish to do is to invite you to aid the committee on what it says. Of course, I know that neither you or the committee is bestowed upon this mandate, but to just aid the work of the committee in understanding the provision of Section 2021 in its relation to Section 2022.
Oh, in relation to 2022. Okay.
Yes, they must be read together. You would agree?
Well, let me read to first. A commission of inquiry shall have all the powers, rights, and privileges, here we go again, of a judge of the High Court at a trial in respect of enforcing the attendance of witnesses, okay, compelling the production of documents, yes, right. Issuing a commission or request for the examination of witnesses abroad and make interim orders. All right, so I suppose what you are saying is this, that 2022, subsection 2, section 202, subsection 2, only gives interim, only gives the commission power to make interim orders. Am I right? If not, can you be specific as to what you want? If that is what you want, then if that is your view, then I'll elaborate. Or you do not take a view?
I do not take any view. In fact, I wish to crave your indulgence on your view.
Okay, well, good. Now, you see, I have already explained to you that the mandate of the commission is not derived solely from one source. It is derived from the Constitution. It is derived from the Commission of Inquiries Act, insofar as it does not conflict with the Constitution and the TOR.
Legal notice, yes.
Okay. Now, it does not mean that because you have that section 202, meaning a commission may act only in respect of interim orders, because the commission, looking at the TOR as well as the Commission of Inquiry Act, can actually make orders, and we made several orders. But in addition to that, that other section is enforcing, it's really making it clear that the Commission of Inquiry can make interim orders, but not to the exclusion of orders. It can make orders, that is well known, that is taken, but apart from orders, it can make interim orders. That is the interpretation, and that is what is really spoiling the minds of so many people.
When you say it can make orders in distinction to interim orders. Do you mean that the commission can make final orders?
Final order? Oh yes, in fact, it made final order. If, for instance, there were a lot of cases, well, not court cases, cases brought to us, and we decided in our ruling, and the ruling is of the rulings we made were, although not called final orders, they were final orders.
Now, I must confess that this...
Well, a final order in the sense that it goes to the finality of a particular issue, not in respect of a whole case or a whole matter.
I must confess that I did not want to get into any specifics, but it is quite interesting that you mentioned that the commission had the power to make orders and describe them as final orders. Perhaps the committee would benefit from one or two examples, if you could recall.
Now, okay, there are cases in the, I think it's better we go to the, it's better we go to 1 and 2. Do you have 1 and 2 here? Ah, good. Now, in 1 and 2, you will see there is, it's called general introduction. It has about 50 pages or 40 pages. You've seen it? Sorry, you've seen it? Yeah. Hello?
Yes, carry on.
Okay. Now, towards this end, okay, this is just one example, you know, that
one should be sufficient.
Okay, there is this case of SSHFC, that is Social Security.
Could you point us to the...
Yes, page 25.
25.
You see Social Security and Housing Finance.
So that is Social Security and Housing Finance versus Augustus Prom.
Exactly.
In brackets, receiver.
Have you seen it? It's there at page 25.
It's on page 25 of volume 1 and 2.
Yes.
Mr. Janneh, please carry on.
Yes, okay. Okay, maybe I'll start from, because I don't want to waste the time of the committee. But we come to 1, 2, 3, the fourth paragraph. August Prom, the receiver, objected on point of law to the motion filed. Counsel to the commission recused herself. That is, she wouldn't stay with the case, of course, because she had been the counsel for SSHFC, and it was not right for her to be the case. So she recused herself and got out of it. But then there was another lawyer called Musa Bacheli taking her place. That's why it is stated here, Musa Bacheli temporarily replaced Counsel Ventura. Lawyer Abdullah Sissoha appeared for SSHFC, and lawyer Jibril Ba appeared for August Plum. That is before us, not the High Court. Okay? Because we said we had jurisdiction. I've already explained why. I made a reference to the High Court and so on. About 4 or 5 references in the Constitution. Okay, so we continue. The Commission ruled against SSHFC and dismissed the motion of SSHFC mainly on the ground that as a commission, we cannot usurp, that is USURP, take over the powers and responsibility of the High Court. We still had jurisdiction over the matter despite the arbitration. So there, it wasn't an interim order. It was an order by us. This is the sort of thing I'm talking about. By the way, I have to mention this. As far as the law is concerned, and this has been decided in the case of PAP chairs in second against the Attorney General. That was decided a long time ago. And it concerns also the Commission of Inquiry. The Commission of Inquiry has co-extensive or coordinate jurisdiction with the High Court. The High Court is not higher than the Commission of Inquiry, and the Commission of Inquiry is not higher. This is why the appeal, any appeal from the Commission of Inquiry goes to the Court of Appeal, which is higher than both courts, and from the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court. But it does not go to the High Court. They are more or less equal in jurisdiction. That has to be noted always. Right? So this is one example. I'll tell you there are others, not necessarily in court rulings and so on.
Thank you, Mr. Jammeh. Back to section 2021.
Yes, 2021.
In its relation to 2022. Again, just to guide, 2021 of the Constitution.
202. Yes, I got it. 202. Yes, 2021, yes, and 2022.
Yes.
Yes.
I will make a proposition and ask you to comment on it.
Yes, what's the proposition?
The proposition is that 2021 lays out the functions, the general functions of a commission of inquiry. And 2022 lays out the powers, the general powers of a commission of inquiry. And these two must be read together because in executing those functions, those powers are necessary. So the interim orders or whatever orders ought to be made in execution of the function which is diluted in 2021. Would you agree?
That is a difficult question because the Commission of Inquiry, as is put here in 202, a Commission of Inquiry shall have all the powers, the rights, and privileges of a judge of the High Court at a trial in respect of, then it goes, enforcement, in respect of compelling the production of documents. Yeah, that's another example. If you can order the production of documents, just as your committee here.
Yes, Mr.
I said that's another example.
It is an example. It is an example. My question is...
No, okay. The question, let's have it again.
Yes. I would like a comment on the question.
Yeah.
It is understood, just to avoid doubt, it is understood that 2022 gives the commission its powers, and its powers in relation to a high court of trial, which is powers of compelling.
That's 2022.
2022, yes.
2022, yes.
Yes, powers of enforcing.
Not only powers, rights and privileges.
Yes, of compelling witnesses, documents,
Yes.
Issuing of requests for examination of witnesses, whether here or abroad, and interim powers. And those are powers that a high court at trial would usually have.
Yes.
Now, I do not wish to go on a full-blown argument here. For the benefit of the committee, what we wish to establish is it the case that 2022 is provided for to ensure the smooth running of 2021, if I can put it a different way? Is that the case? Or do they stand alone?
Just partly, because if that was the case, then you would not have had what I quoted just in the first session. And it is this. Let me quote it again, you'll see for yourself.
So you quoted 204 and 205?
No.
As well as 206.
206, I want to refer to. If what you say was correct, then there would not have been 206. An act of parliament, sorry, not parliament, with respect, an act of the National Assembly may make further provision for the purposes of this chapter, the whole chapter. That was for the National Assembly to do. And I've told you that this same thing appears in the Commission of Inquiry Act of 1903, I believe. I don't have it here. But if you have it, you look at it. And that was a long time ago. But through neglect, if I may use that word, I'm sorry, that was never done. Now, and subject to any such act. So it says that if the National Assembly does that through an act of the National Assembly, the power conferred by law to make rules of court for the superior courts. And I've told you that, in fact, this would have comparatively be called a high court, which is a superior court, because of everything I've quoted here, making the comparison, and because of the case of Yahya Jammeh, which was a judgment of the Court of Appeal. Sorry, yes, Court of Appeal, and probably it also went to the Supreme Court, which agreed with it. Probably, I'm not sure, but I'm absolutely certain of the Court of Appeal, and is very, very regularly quoted. Yahya Jammeh stated that the High Court and the Commission of Inquiry are of co-extensive. That's the word we use in the law. Co-extensive. That is, they are almost going the same way, equally. They are or coordinate. Sometimes they use the word coordinate.
Yes, Mr.
No, sorry. Well,
that is not in dispute. I want
to continue.
That's fine, but
sorry?
That is not in dispute. The lecture has been extensive, and
no, I didn't lecture because you are a lawyer.
Indeed.
But there are people listening. They won't understand.
Perhaps if we could get to the point that the committee is interested in, and then I would allow you to elaborate.
Yeah.
The point is...
But I want to finish what I'm reading.
Council,
I would respect.
As you please.
Council.
Huh?
But Mr. Janneh.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes, sorry.
I think it would be important for you to help the committee with regard to specific questions raised by the council.
Yeah.
Now, you can respond based on the question.
Yeah.
Perhaps if you have anything to add on a little bit,
Yeah.
we can allow you. But if it goes beyond what we're expecting from you, perhaps we'll also derail our time.
Okay.
So
I agree. Well, what's the question?
he will go on that.
What is the specific question?
The specific question, and before I ask the specific question, Mr. Jammeh.
Well, we are wasting time again. You see? I mean, that's your ruling.
Okay.
That is, you give a specific question, and I'll give a specific answer. Surely, I mean,
As Mr. Jammeh, I will ask you a specific
I'm not
question.
being unfair.
You have
I want you really to be fair to me.
I will be fair.
Citing. You can ask a specific question,
All right.
I'll give a specific answer. But if it is general, I have to give a general answer.
Inshallah. Can I ask the question now?
Yes, please, I'm ready. Yes.
Fantastic. Mr. Jammeh,
Yes.
when you look at section 2021
Yeah.
and read it together with section 2022,
Yes.
is it so that section 2021 spells out the functions of the Commission of Inquiry and 2022 spells out the powers of the Commission of Inquiry and the powers being used to execute the function? Is that specific?
I will say yes, but more is added. And I wish to tell you the more. that is
Fantastic.
added.
We're in agreement. Yes.
The supplement
Perhaps
to
we can
part
go on.
206, we said an act of the National Assembly, that is Parliament, the National Assembly, that is your honorable gentlemen here. Well, not you alone, with your colleagues, of course. Yeah. Yeah. An act of the National Assembly may make further provision for the purpose of this chapter. That is what we are reading now. And subject to any such act, the power conferred by any law to make rules of court for the superior courts shall be deemed to include power to make the rules regulating the procedure and practice of all commissions of inquiry. Surely this is what should have created the...
I do not disagree with you,
Okay,
Mr.
yes.
John. I totally agree.
Yes, okay.
Would you agree with me that the Commission of Inquiry Act is indeed an act of Parliament?
Yes, I've said so already.
Would you be surprised to know that it spells out the power exactly as Section 2022 spells it out?
No, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
In fact, it was amended to adapt to Section 2022.
I see. What's the amendment?
And it doesn't go, the amendment is exactly what is entailed in Section 2022. And it doesn't go beyond it. Would you be surprised to know that?
The amendment, how can the amendment be put in a constitution? Surely that is...
I'm referring to the
It's
Act.
music to me.
I'm referring to the Act.
That the act amended...
The Act has amendments to it.
Yes.
And those amendments capture the essence, in fact, verbatim wording of Section 2022.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I'm not aware of that amendment.
Okay.
If you would want me to look at it,
Sure, you can look at it.
but
if you
it
want.
is still existed.
It is still
To the
existing.
extent that it does not contradict
Not
the
at all.
Constitution.
In fact, it's exactly what is in the Constitution.
Well, so it does not make any difference.
And that is my point.
Yeah, then what I'm saying is the National Assembly should have come out with the rules. Failing that, it is stated, shall be deemed to include power to make rules regulating the procedure and practice of commissions of inquiry. In fact, this power was transferred to the Rules Committee of the High Court. That's why I keep on emphasizing the High Court being a coordinated jurisdiction with the Commission of Inquiry.
That's fine.
In fact, I'm stating this because I'll be very happy if the Commission of Inquiry will hear, sorry, not the Commission of
the
Inquiry,
committee.
the Committee of
The Special Select Committee.
Yes, I say I'll be glad if they take this to Parliament, since there are so many commissions of inquiry coming, so that we'll have the rules. That is why I say Section 2021 and Section 202, they do provide some, but not all. They do not provide for the rules of the rules of the Commission of Inquiry. And we have to use our discretion to have rules.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
as simple as that, definitely. That's all.
I'm grateful for your answer.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. A judgment by the High Court, by the Supreme Court,
Yes, well, sorry,
as recent as 2018.
2018,
Yes, on the same issues.
yes. You mean agreeing with what I'm saying?
Well,
But I'm not familiar with the...
well, I will provide you a judgment on the same issues as the portraying case.
Well,
A very recent judgment. I'll provide it to you.
I want to know whether they are in agreement with Paptia's setup or not.
Well, it will come as news to you that they are in a slight disagreement because they restrict, in fact, the powers of the Commission with respect to what is spelled out in 2022. But I don't wish for us to bore the committee members with law.
Yeah,
I will share it with you.
Yeah, but
Perhaps we can
I'm
do
saying
it.
that of course, I don't know the name of the...
I will share it with you.
But whatever the name, I'm not aware of it.
All right. And
But you are talking of 2018 anyway.
yes,
Yeah, I would also like to tell you, and I think it is here,
indeed.
all right, that I retired from the law not so long ago. Yeah.
In fact, I had the pleasure of being at the board.
Oh, okay. Well, so you must have had a lot of things. And that's why I wanted to put this in evidence, if it is allowed, Mr. Chairman.
As you please, Honorable Chair, would you permit that?
It shows a lot about the written by...
Does it go to the issues?
It is written 2 months or 3 months before he died by Papa Mbai, 2 times Attorney General in the Gambia, with strong people backing him as editors. AABG, O.N. Dawo, Edward Gomez, Aidat Rabe, and Usman Bai, the son.
So, thanks a
The
lot.
editor, explorer, board. Well, I'm asking the committee whether I can put it in. So
But it is in fact the committee that interjected, not council.
oh, I didn't hear, sorry.
No, yeah, so I'm asking if the document is going to help us in our job,
Yes.
we will gladly admit, but if not,
Well, I'll tell you why. Because I've been asked by counsel about my CV. This definitely is in connection with my CV. Showing the question why he asked about my CV was to test. I don't know what is in his head, but probably one of the reasons was to test my competence. And that is proved thoroughly by this. Because you have competent people, like Mobiju, Papset, Sheriff Boyan, Hasim Sise, Ode Ble, Ade Drame, Peter Gomez, and Adam Boy as the editorial. And the chief editor is Dr. Cherno Omar Bai. So this is very important.
Honorable Chair, just for the record, for the sanity of the record, I would like to say unequivocally that with the utmost respect to you, Mr. Janneh, that was not the question. And my question did not ask for your CV and would never question your competence to oversee the commission. The question was rather whether the appointing authority had put you through any mechanism, any vetting mechanisms to filter out conflict of interest. That was the extent of the question. It did not go to your competence, and I want to make that very clear.
Yeah, by appointing authority, who do you mean?
The president, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Document has been submitted to Parliament, and whatever is submitted to Parliament in the evidence of this particular committee, but it's
which particular document?
The document you just referred to.
Is it this document?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
It is at the disposal of Parliament, indeed.
Oh, Parliament, yes.
Of the National Assembly.
Do you have a copy of the Mr. Chairman? You have a copy. All of you have copies. No. I'll give the copies to those who. Yeah, you really take that.
That's fine. I think
what's the problem about this magazine?
There is no problem at all.
Well, so if you do not object, I wish to tender it. I wish to tender it.
It's at the discretion of the committee.
Officially. Yes, okay. So you can mark it, please. Huh? So can we mark it?
So, Honorable Chair, I propose that we mark the document as part of the statements, if that is agreeable to you, Honorable Chair. Yes. The SBS 1B.
SBS 1B.
1B.
All right. Admitted.
Okay.
So at this juncture, Honorable Chair, I would pass the baton back to you. But before I do, I would like to thank the witness and also to inform the witness that, through you, of course, that this is just the first hearing. We definitely need your attendance, Mr. Janneh, on a later date to go into the specific issues dealt with by the Commission. Honorable Chair, back to you.
Okay, thank you so very much, Mr. Janneh.
Thank you.
Thank you for appearing. Members of the committee also will have questions for clarity.
Oh, yes, I'll be glad to.
Exactly, from what you already, said, perhaps from the questions raised by the council.
Yeah.
So we will make sure we confine ourselves within the subject, and if we can have more clarity on some of the things that are not being clear to them.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we'll start with Honorable Ture.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Jammeh, witness. My first question is just the little tussle we have with the council, but it's not contentious, just about this being the Janneh Commission. Since you are the chairperson of the Janneh Commission, so it's dubbed Janneh Commission.
Yes.
Would you own up to it?
Sorry, dubbing, you mean?
Yes.
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 Oh, yes.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would say this is not the first time
Yeah.
Like Al-Ghali's commission was called Al-Ghali's commission.
Exactly.
And many others behind.
Yeah.
In the past 50 years.
Yeah. Now, I was just thinking that you made a lot of argument over it, so I thought that maybe you don't want to.
No. I just wanted to be perfect.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that is really no Janneh commission as such.
Yes, thank you. Also, the order of the High Court on May 22nd, 2017 was an interim injunction ordering GLMA, and the Parks and Wildlife to take control of the movable assets, mainly animals.
Okay.
To your knowledge and information, has the GLMA and Wildlife carried out the order? If not, what were the reasons that were advanced by them?
That one, I must have forgotten, or maybe. Oh, sorry. With that question, really, I can't answer now because I can't recall. Yeah. I can't recall.
Who can recall?
Yeah. If it is important, I'll probably do more search and see. Or maybe my other colleagues may know something about it.
Yeah, can you request?
So, I think it's important.
Sorry?
I think I said that question is very important. Now, you can help the committee to do more research on that and provide us with any evidence that you can have with regards to that particular issue. Very important for the committee, yeah?
Yes, I better write the name so that I will.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. What's the...
You refer to the injunction by the High Court, Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency.
Yeah, Gambia Livestock.
The court ordered that GLMA and Parks and Wildlife take control of the animals, the movable assets.
Yeah.
So I was saying, to your knowledge, did they actually implement the order?
Yeah, who made that order?
Did the High Court made that order?
Yes, High Court.
Yes.
That the Gambia Livestock Marketing Board
And Wildlife.
And Wildlife.
Yes.
Wildlife. Yes, take possession.
Yes.
Possession of what? Of the livestock.
Yes.
Of the livestock. Oh, that was before our own commission.
Yes.
Was
Yes.
issued.
Yes.
Okay.
It was like the order was done before the commission was established.
Yeah, about 2 months or 3 months.
Something like that, yes.
Okay. So your interest, of course, is in whether
they've actually implemented the order, and if they don't, what reasons did they advance?
Okay.
For not accepting to carry out the order.
Whether they concordate, well, call it
The two institutions actually
the institution.
implemented the order.
Okay. Thank you very
As
much.
directed.
Institution implemented.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Jammeh,
Yes.
since you as the chairperson of the Commission of Inquiry into Jammeh'S, did you say you did not actually appoint any staff?
Never.
Yes, and if you did not, who do you specifically think might have appointed the staff apart from the Inspector General? Who actually did the appointing?
Okay, apart from the secretary of the committee.
Yes.
Well, it may well be that the lead counsel also appointed through going through the Ministry of Justice as well as the IG of Police. It may well be because there was really a good relationship between lead counsel and the Attorney General concerning us. Because it was the Attorney General that appointed the lead counsel, and we did not have a budget. So the easiest way of getting to the Attorney General with regard to the needs of the Commission was usually given to the lead counsel. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it's good. Mr. Jammeh, in the general introduction that we've read, an expert on Jammeh's finances dealings and corruption, bank accounts in the paragraph. We have learned regarding Augustus Strong and the social security. In its sense, we made an order in that paragraph.
You have the paragraph.
Yes, the volume 1 and 2.
Yes. Where is volume 1? Oh, here. Yes, volume 1 and 2.
Yes.
So, page
25. The second to last paragraph.
Yes, 25.
Which you read.
Okay, 20. Page 25.
Yes,
just read social security.
Exactly.
Yes.
So what exact order did you read in that paragraph? I cannot understand.
Yes. Okay.
You are telling the lead counsel that
the last paragraph.
yes,
On the social security.
exactly. Because let's go with after you make an order and you say you don't make an order. That's what I understand. But then you insist that you made an order.
Okay, well, it's because of the nature of the work order in the law. It could be negative or positive.
Okay.
So this maybe is an example of the negative order. That we order that you do not do this. That we refuse. I'll tell you exactly what they wanted that social security. A court of the High Court had already ruled that their case must go to for arbitration. They want to appoint arbitrator, and the arbitrator would give the final judgment. Now, they went behind, that is SSCFC, behind the court, and came to us in the hope that we would allow them to take hold of the hotel. Although that order of the court was still pending, and we said that cannot be done, because we cannot take over the power of the court. We could not use up the power of the court. That was what happened. So we refused.
It's an order.
Yes, that they go back to the court.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jammeh, for helping the committee with the various questions we have. Want to thank you for the time you've taken today. Now, I have a few questions that I need clarifications on. And the first one is the working relationship you had with the visitor also storm. What was the working relationship like? Because they were appointed by the court. How are you working together? How was the relationship like?
Well, our storm was that wasn't the only thing was from the for instance, Mr. Babajo had a huge property, really huge, especially when compared to other properties, situated in Yara. And there were many tenants. For about God knows how many years, they didn't pay food, not a food, not a food in terms of rent. So, we went to Soma, we traveled to Soma, not for that purpose, but well, when we saw that huge building and somebody said, somebody was the owner, we said, well, right, we have to go and ask what is going on. So we went to each and every shop and investigated. They all agreed that, oh yes, we are tenants here, and we are unpaid. So how much were you paid? They said this some 3,000 or less. Not the total area, because it was a big one. I can't remember, of course. That was when we appointed. That was not the first appointment. We were appointment of Prom to be the receiver, collect all the money and deposit it in our account. That account, maybe council will say that we haven't read that yet, but we never touched that account. The account was only to deposit money of the monies resulting from the control of some properties, like this example I'm giving. And I understand Prom made a lot of money out of I can't remember, but it must have been for about 7 or 8 years. No payment. Okay. Of Prom. And well, Prom, I must say, did a very good job. Prom did a very good job. The only thing that divided us, all the commissioners and Prom, was that Prom wanted 10% throughout. And we said, really, 3% would do. And he disagreed, and that was what separated us. Okay.
Okay. So that would be correct to say that the working relationship was very good until you disagreed with terms and conditions.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you. Not even terms and conditions. One condition.
Thank you. Now, the other aspect of my question actually relates to the budget. Because when I go through the work of the commission, it seems you work for almost 18 months, it seems.
Exactly.
Now, how, in the question also, I realized that you mentioned more than once that you didn't have a budget. How were you operating with the budget for 18 months? And I know you may have some operational expenses. How were these paid for by the commission?
Yes, there was this man, and he was, I forgot his name, working for the Ministry of Justice, but also liaising with the Accountant General. But we addressed everything concerning money to the Ministry of Justice. So they must have liaised with the Minister of Finance. Well, you know better than I. Sometimes we go for finance and all sorts of things, but I don't know. But the money was paid, and we didn't have money. We never took any money from what was being collected, except at the end of the day when the bulk, we couldn't have taken money because none of us were signatories. The signatories were accountant general people. So at the end of the day, the whole money went to the Ministry of Justice, probably letting it remain somewhere in some account. I don't know. But one thing I had, I didn't see it in a piece of paper, was that initially the TRRC came just afterwards. But we all know how broke this country was. In fact, someone say, like my father, that there was nothing in it. Maybe some of you have heard of that. So the initial money that they used for the startup of the TRRC, I understand, was collected from the money we got. Okay,
so essentially all the operational needs of the commission was just a matter of making a request to this person, and that person goes behind the scenes whatever and to ensure that those are met.
Correct. Even not only other people, but even our own. I must say, did a very good job from.
If you keep repeating it also, which is the issue of Section 206 of the Nigerian Constitution, which already here, the National Assembly to make further provision. So I know you keep going back over here. On here is actually saying an act of the National Assembly may make provision for the purposes of this chapter, which talks about for the chapter 206. But then, when you look at the Commissions of Inquiry Act 1903, like you said earlier, on the clause 9, and I read Commission's powers for regulating proceedings. And in it says the Commissioners acting under this Act may make such rules for their own guardians and the conduct and management of proceedings before them. And the hour and times specifically continues like that. So, now in terms of was there any issue as far as making all rules are concerned, because of the Act itself granted you on the particular clause how you make your rules without hindrance and also without interventions of anybody.
Well, probably you have this section so that it would be for all commission, just as this 1903 Act. But I do not know why the rules were not made by us. As I said, we had only draft rules. Only draft because they were not completed. But what do you know, we did not make rules for ourselves. Because it is very difficult to make rules for yourself. When you keep on seeing a commission of inquiry involving the president, going on and on involving others, expanding, it's very difficult at the same time dealing with these things and dealing with regularly. But I'm very, very happy to know of that provision. I'm very, very thankful.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Janneh. Now, the last question I have relates to the TR. I've alluded earlier also, I don't think it's very clear here. Now, if you look at the other two commissioners, it says their terms of reference was attached to their letter of, appointment. But Bonowski didn't actually say that. You as the chairperson of the commission, did you actually have a look at the tier of the other commissioners or the head counsel or the secretary? Do you by any chance have seen those tiers in the commission?
No, but I assume we had the same because of what we got what I read here, my own.
Yeah.
And because they themselves, they did no mention of any difference between what is their TOR and what is in my TOR. And they showed me nothing that was different between their own powers and my own power.
So except that you are the chairperson.
Except that I was. And I don't even think now that what they have is different from what we acted on.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yes, but wouldn't it be important as the chairperson of the commission to, particularly the lead counsel and also the secretary who are appointed to work with you to know exactly what their TORs actually are?
Yes,
Would it be important to do so?
Yes.
Okay, but they never had a chance to take a look at their TORs.
No, because there was no query whatsoever. And I took it for granted that it was received.
Okay, thank you very much.
I received. And their names were there.
Thank you very much.
I was not aware of those letters. It's just now that I'm aware of those letters. But if you want to
Thank you very much, Chair. And thank you to the limit countryman, Mr. Janneh. I have a few questions for you, if possible, with regards to the second page. Yes, and the third page. SBS1. Yes. Yes. You go to that page.
Yes,
Where you could be 1903 Act and the 1997 Constitution and this section 206. Where you come to the Act of the 1903 Act. We look at Resolution, the duties of the Commission defined.
that's the act.
The Act.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know.
Okay. We are a bit confused because when you look at the reference that they name that in section 201 of the Constitution, it's not valid. I don't know.
Oh, well, if that is the case, definitely the Constitution will be here.
So this one,
Sorry?
the Constitution will be.
And the other one will simply be discarded.
Yeah, I'm talking the same one. Yeah, the important TOR itself by the same book on the other page, number 4. The terms of reference as the chairman of the Commission. I never got, but the TOR given to the 3 commissioners is available. So how many commissioners are you? Including yourself.
Including my.
So it's like you are using TOR with them.
Yes. And that was what I assumed all the time.
Yeah, but my concern is I never got. It's like the one that maybe I really wasn't given to you.
No. The one
You had your role.
yeah, that was what made me believe that they were virtually the same. Apart from the letter, we have just put it there. I think there is that. Well, it's for you to look at it, but I believe that the TORs are the same. The letter makes everyone believe that they were different. But it's for you to check.
Well,
Whether my colleagues have appeared here.
no,
But I think we need to produce that one TOR. I know of only one TOR, and that is what I have.
Yes, I will be with the Department of Printing. According to your statement, I will be the Department of Printing.
Printed, yes?
Okay.
The printed.
Yes, and my other question with regards to your budget.
Yeah.
During your interaction with the council, there was an area you mentioned that you had a meeting with your team to decide on your allowance per for a period of 3 months, related to allowance payment or related to the monthly basis. Your allowance.
It is said, or it was said, that the allowance would be given monthly. But I can tell you, in fact, it appears somewhere in the report that the last payment of our allowance probably took 4 months or so. I mean, we didn't regularly receive our allowance at all. It wasn't regular at all.
But they were on a monthly basis instead of a one-off payment.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes we would have arrears of 2 months, 3 months. But we were prepared to sacrifice.
And then the areas of we go to number 10. We were a bit confusion. You didn't know about the security.
10 of yes,
we say
10. Oh, sorry, there is no page there. Yeah,
number 10.
Oh, number 10. Okay.
Some of the copies of the report.
You change some copies of valuation report.
Yes.
Available in the submitted document.
Yeah, you change the security investigation. Those who don't know the team.
Yeah, the secretariat and investigator maybe of health. That would be the investigating DD.
So this is
who are investigating, who are general under the lead counsel, who was appointed by the Attorney General.
so what this team is.
Well, that I wouldn't know exactly, but I believe that a lot of them were from the idea of because of brothers with investigate together I find it. There is definitely something about
not in
exception. It is very hard.
It's okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Janneh, for coming. My question would lead me to the appointment of staff at the commission, more especially around individuals who seems to be conflicted, taking reference from Augustus versus social security. What was the position of the commission as per advising the executive through the Ministry of Justice on certain appointments that the members of the commission might think there are individuals who are conflicted?
Well, that one is clear. You see, if you have a big commission, or even really a small commission, and the lead counsel is in private practice. I know this because I've been in private practice for broadcast. You see, you are bound to get into a situation where you are conflicted. So your duty at once is to recuse yourself, get out of it. This is the best practice everywhere. You just get out. I am not doing it because I'll be conflicted. And that was exactly what happened in this case. Yeah. we did not ask lead counsel to recuse herself. She did it from the word go. And the client had to have a substitute lawyer. This is definitely, but especially in a small country like the Gambia, if you are a prominent lawyer, you are bound to come against conflict, and it is for you to get out of it.
Can I come with a follow-up question?
Yes.
Maybe that could help you to better explain again.
Yes.
Now, in this situation where lead counsel was one time the legal practitioner for the ex-president or for the former president, don't you think from the word go, when he was appointed as the lead counsel to the commission, he was convicted?
He wasn't?
Is it that he was not conflicted from the word go, knowing our past history in terms of our legal representation?
Well, first of all, I have to tell you that I didn't know that she was the legal counsel for the president. But my answer is exactly the same as before. If you are a prominent lawyer having many cases, you have got that experience for a long time, and you know you are in conflict, or you will be in conflict, you recuse yourself. Not generally, but for specific purposes. Because if it is general, then nothing will work. Nothing will work. Nothing. Because you go with a commission, 1 month you forget about it. But for all else you continue. This is my experience.
Mr. Jammeh,
Yeah.
for me, my point here is the lead counsel was serving the ex-president.
Oh, that's the start.
Yes, I would believe it is a start.
Anything about it, I'll tell you.
Yes, okay, you might not know.
Yeah, okay.
You might not know. But in a situation where this is the fact, what should be the standard of the commission?
If the commission knew that, I'm putting your question in another way, from my understanding. You are asking if the commission of inquiry knew that at the time, lead counsel was the lawyer of the president of the republic, what would we do? Nothing for the time being. But if she did everything that led us to the conclusion that she was biased towards the president of the republic, then we would advise her to quit. If for a particular point she refused or did not recuse him or herself. That is very, very simple.
No, that is not okay, sir. I think I got it. You have been talking about budget.
Yes.
The commission was sorting the funds from the... Okay, just allow my question to come. That will help you out. Maybe 5 minutes. But 3 minutes. My question is, a commission without financial autonomy, do you think they can execute the...
Of 3 months? Definitely, I would say that's not a problem because it's just 1 month. That's a short time. But where a commission of the extended to 1 year, 18 months? No. Because it, I mean, so many, on one occasion, we were all to go to Manchester, and we had to go because otherwise we would lose a lot of time, and we really needed all the time. There was no money, and I'm not boasting, but and with the lead council joining in, everybody that was, I really wanted to now 1916, sorry, 2026. And the potential, you know, there was almost war in this place. It's different from the atmosphere now. You would have.
Mr. Janneh, just a final one. That will lead us to your statement that you can before us and on section 24. That should be SP1, right? SB1A.
SP1.
Yes. SB1A. Question.
Yes, sorry. What can you read it? If I can find it.
SB1A number 24 of your statement.
I can see the statement.
Okay, and I can read it if you don't mind.
Yes.
Share with your permission. Yeah,
S1
SB1A. Your own statement.
Yes, that's what I
That you sign.
Yes, today.
Today, yes.
Sure. Yeah, I don't want to waste time. I do have a copy. Oh, thank you. Let me read it.
Yes, 24, and I read it with the permission of the chair.
Yes.
Last page 24, it says, unfortunately, we face considerable challenges with documentation and record keeping. Over the years, many important documents were lost or destroyed due to office relocation. My retirement and the passage of time since the Commission's dissolution. At one point, our documents could have been a quarter, or may not be sharp, may not be as sharp due to age and time. I want to ask two fundamental questions. One, if you say this committee will reach exit
We were not here then. This was not the committee. It was what I call the subcommittee. I think.
but that is within the National Assembly.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I got that.
Peter understood they were investigators, but I didn't know at the time, so I called them subcommittee.
Now,
Yeah.
what will you tell this select committee on the lost documents?
How I don't quite understand. I mean, on the lost document,
Yes, because
I do not see the lost document, but somebody else somebody else in the world might have seen the lost document. And when I see them, I'll speak to them. But you just consider, I mean, in fact, really, at times, I don't know what to say. I am 82 years, 82, 6 months. That's how I work furiously for this government and for the people of Uganda, whether they know it or not. But I've volunteered on so many things, including acting as election observer in places like Namibia and Malaysia. And it was after Namibia that they asked me to go for Malaysia again, the Commonwealth, and other things to do.
Okay.
So, when I retired 2.5 years ago, I was the happiest person on earth. And now I'm here having to go back, doing a lot of reading on legal matters instead of William Shakespeare and other matters that will help. And I know it's my duty, of course, and I'm doing it now to come to the community. But of course, it's a matter of disappointment as far as I am concerned. Then, before that, I was at 50 Hagan Street with my team, and some of the people here may know that. For 40-something years, it was then that after my building was completed in Pajara, in my own compound, that the whole place had to be, it was never devastated. Even at the time I was in the commission, we were transferring documents from Hagan Street to 112 Kairaba. That's a problem. I'm just trying to tell you the problem. Why? I mean, of course, some documents were destroyed even before that. I don't know who provided it. Maybe Ministry of Finance or maybe Ministry of Justice. We were given a shredder, a big one, and we shredded a lot of documents there so that it wouldn't fall into bad hands. But what made us forget about the document was more than anything else. It was the fact that the secretaries, our secretary's office was the depository of all documents. And when we finished, well, remember, the first secretary was not there. The second secretary was there, and they were to take it to some place. How many years now? 6, 7, about 7 years.
Well, Mr. Janneh, I was really good appreciate a specific answer in terms of the impact that those lost documents have on the commission.
Well, I don't know. It's for you to decide. But I don't think everything is lost, because I began to explain that the Americans, and it's in the to digitalize a lot of our documents. We were given some copies and so on. But I think with the help of the Minister of Foreign Affairs or somebody else, I think you can get ways and means of retrieving those documents. But they were very helpful, and they stayed about 7 days, every day working. I visited it once. They are working today. I don't know. So they have a lot of documents, and since it's in the computer, to retrieve. So that's a piece of information that I would like to give. But
in your response, you talked about the second Secretary General who was appointed after when Mr. Kurang left.
yes.
What was the position of the Commission having
a Secretary General appointed without following the process.
Without following
In the due process, because this is what she herself said in her statement.
that she was appointed without due process.
Without following the process.
Well, we didn't appoint. Remember, it wasn't our duty to appoint. You got a replacement from the president's office also. We had nothing to do with her appointment. We were brought a secretary, and it was towards the end of the commission, and we couldn't move without a secretary.
That's
So
fine.
no one is at fault.
Thank you. Thank you, Julia. Thank you for this response. All right. Julia, thank you so very much. Perhaps I have only two clarifications before I close this meeting. I mean, in your response yourself, you did say something. I'm pretty much interested with that in regards to the Lead Council. In your response to one of the questions by the Lead Council, you said, I think it was three subcommittees, let's say the legal department, the investigation, and the secretary, they both have separate duties, not so. Did you say
Investigate. Lead counsel. Lead counsel.
okay, so I should say the commission.
The commission, lead counsel, and the secretary.
Okay, then I didn't get that properly, because in the response you said the lead counsel was leading both the investigation and the legal department as well.
And that is what I still say.
Okay. No, so I thought it's a separate,
Well, they might have their division there.
now,
That was
as chairperson of the commission, in a normal setup, anywhere in the world, the chairperson is expected to be the leader of, the establishment, not so.
yes.
And everybody working within the environment is answerable to the chairperson. Is that so in the commission?
No.
No, that's not the case.
Everyone.
The commission as a whole, where you have the chairperson. Okay?
And law and so and recommend made with regard to the environment. But well,
Okay.
that's that.
Okay, that's okay. Continue?
Yes, thank you, Honorable Chair. Thank you, Mr. Jammeh. Mr. Jammeh, during... Yes, just one question. I'm terribly sorry. Well, one more question. Brilliant, fantastic. Yes. In fact, I'll say it's like you're 30. Yes, on a more serious note, Mr. Janneh, as the honorable members were posing questions, I picked up something, specifically Honorable Jammeh, Omar Jammeh, to the far end. And you started explaining about a grant that you received from a U.S. institution or government on some
a grant.
A grant or donation of some sort to the commission. Am I mistaken?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Was there equipment?
No. I said the Americans volunteered. The people flying all over.
I see.
From America to the about 8 of them also.
I see.
And they computerized a lot of documents.
I see. So when you say...
So I'm saying that they might have documents that you do not have.
Fantastic. When you say computerized, you mean turn them into soft copies?
Yes. That's what I did. And
Good.
they fed the documents we had them into the computer.
Who would be in custody of these documents? These digital copies?
I would say if you want to get hold of them, you ask the Attorney General, you ask the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the President's Office. They should be able to help.
Of course, this would have ordinarily...
Maybe the Accountant General, right?
This would have ordinarily been handed over to the government by the commission at the end of the mandate. The digital copies.
No. We did not have hard copies. All right. They are in, and if you use whatever instrument they use now, it's. I'm sure the secretaries will tell you what they can use to get hold of the document, or they might have stored them, so that you put them in any form. I think the young people will help you.
When you say they, who are you referring to specifically?
The people, I think, must have the documents right now, where they kept their archives. For instance, we had a secretary. When we were finished, the secretary had to hand over. So
Precisely. So
the President's office, because we presented our report according to law. We presented it to the President personally. But of course, the President wouldn't take all those documents.
Indeed.
Somebody must have received those documents, including what I'm telling you about.
Including the soft copies.
Yes. So once you get hold of them, you just put them into any computer, and it will be easy, because you know how that may help.
That will indeed help. It will indeed help.
And not only, this is not the first time I'm saying, it is in the report.
Okay.
Somewhere in the report, we have reported that.
Mr. Janneh, can you...
They worked very, very hard, so for at least 7 days. And I think they took in a lot of documents.
That's the Americans, right?
The Americans. We thank them in this report for doing that.
We thank them too, yes. I'm sure we'll be able to trace the record.
I will be surprised if you...
Can you comment on, you had hinted that the Americans were invited through, or engaged rather, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Can you shed a bit more light on that?
No, I'm saying either. Because I don't know. But they just came to... All I'm saying, we did not directly invite the America. In fact, it came as a surprise. So I suspect they must have gone through either the Ministry of Justice or the President's Office or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You have to check all three of them. But what I'm saying existed. A lot of documents are lying somewhere, computerized, and once you get them, you solve a lot of problems.
Thank you. Mr. Jammeh, it was a pleasure. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jammeh. We appreciate your appearance in this committee. And we also appreciate the fact that you have served extensively in various capacities in this country. And we must thank you for that. However, I just wanted to comment on something you said earlier on. Yes, I have to say what you have done before and how you have done it. And now you should have been, relaxing and enjoying your retirement. And we are bringing you back here to do a lot of reading again and then give testimonies about things that you have done already. Okay, the existence of this committee is born out of public concern as well. The same public that you have worked for. Because in 2016, you talk about emotions, emotions in this country. People were, talking about a lot of things that happen in this country, not so. And then you serve in a commission to work for the public. So it is the same reason why this committee is sitting today, to also view that we do not call you from our own accord to say, you come and testify. I mean, we've been on a public concern, and the people want to know about the facts that are happening between 2017 during the period of the Janneh Commission, so that we can shed more light and then furnish the public to understand exactly what happened. So just to allay your fears, I mean, we are with you in this. We will work together to ensure that those facts are established during the period of this committee. So we thank you so much for coming.
And I agree with you entirely. It's just that as an old man, really, I mean,
you understand.
I'm sure I would have done because even now, everybody will tell you my memory is shady, but I'm exactly where my memory fades, begin to fade.
That's fine. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I thank you also for listening, being extremely polite.
Thank you.
Because I was counsel before the Al-Ghali Commission, and to be very frank, it was disastrous.
That makes a difference. I mean, this one is parliamentary committee.
Yes, I do.
It's a committee. I have to a committee. So,
I don't miss it.
Yes. All right. So you are released for today.
Yes. When you.
Of course, we will do that. We'll work on that. We'll make sure that you are. Yes, you were informed earlier.
Yes.
Before the time. We'll make sure.
Okay. Thank you. Oh,
So that's the end of the meeting for today. Meeting again till tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Thank you.